Hi, my name is Janice. Welcome to my channel, Janice On channel. Today I'll be talking about the comparison between the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra versus iPhone 14 Pro Max. Do like and subscribe to my channel for more future videos. So let's get started. What do you think is the features comparison between these two? Samsung has actually unveiled the latest new Galaxy S23 Ultra, the best Samsung phone the company has to offer. How does it really compare to the iPhone 14 Pro Max? In this video, I will show you the comparison features for both phones. Do like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so the Galaxy S23 Ultra is cheaper price than iPhone Pro Max. In Shopee, Singapore, price starts from 1,379 versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which is 1,779. Price is a lot higher. Galaxy S23 Ultra has a slightly bigger display size of 6.8 inch versus iPhone 14 Pro Max at 6.7 inch. Samsung S23 Ultra has a 6.8 inch AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate, while the 14 Pro Max has a 6.7 inch Super Retinal XDR display in OLED technology. The iPhone 14 Pro Max has the edge in terms of peak brightness with an outdoor rating of 2000 nits, but loses out with its lower pixel density of 460 ppi. That compares to the S23 Ultra outdoor peak brightness rating of 1750 nits, 500 ppi density. The iPhone 14 Pro Max features square off the sides and a flat display, which some prefer than the curved panel on the Galaxy S23. The Galaxy S23 also features larger camera size than is iPhone 14. It is also larger than the predecessors. So basically, in terms of the main camera itself, it is has a bigger megapixel in terms of 200 MP. So basically, the camera systems on the Galaxy S23 Ultra, it seems superior to the iPhone 14 Pro Max. S23 Ultra has a quad camera layout, headlined by a new 200 MP primary camera and impressive zoom features with the other sensors including the 100 times space zoom feature. The other sensors include a 12 megapixel ultra wide and 12 megapixel telephoto sensor. There are also three cameras on the 14 Pro Max. A 48 megapixel main camera, which is less than Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. 112 megapixel ultra wide lens and a 12 megapixel telephoto shooter with 3 times optical zoom. Both smartphone features a 12 megapixel selfie camera. The iPhone has a wider f1.2 1.9 aperture compared to the S23 Ultra's f2.2 aperture. The S23 Ultra is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 platform for Galaxy, while the iPhone 14 Pro Max is powered by the A16 Bionic chipset. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 has slightly more cores, 8 cores than A16 Bionic, which has 6 cores. As a general rule, the higher number of cores, the faster tasks can be processed by your phone. However, A16 boasts a higher frequency of 3460 MHz than 8 Gen 2. For GPU, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 boasts a more efficient GPU than Apple A16 Bionic. Can reach a higher FPS by a considerable margin, allowing for a smoother, stutter-free experience. Now let's talk about the RAM. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra 5G has actually a larger RAM size of 8GB or 12GB RAM, which is better for playing games and all other things that you want to use. Apple iPhone 14 Pro Max only has 6GB RAM. So in terms of memory, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra has actually a bigger memory size of 256GB than Apple, which only has 128GB. Both of the devices has memory slots. Beside the memory card, I just want to highlight that Samsung Galaxy 23 Ultra has a S Pen slot and a slot as well. But you know, Apple actually did the SIM card for eSIM, which some find it annoying because they still want the SIM card slot. Then the S23 Ultra has a USB-C port. Apple sticks to its Lightning port. So those who don't like to have Lightning port, they prefer the USB port, which is widely used laptops, and yeah, will find S23 Ultra to be much more friendlier use. Okay, now for the battery. Let's talk about this battery. Although the iPhone 14 Pro Max has an excellent battery, but the battery life of Galaxy S23 Ultra is actually better. It's actually 20% better in terms of utilization. Since that it has a new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor make on a second gen 4nm technology, well the newer LTPO OLED panel generation that it brings the table. It has a battery with a 5000 mAh versus iPhone, which is 4323 mAh. Bigger battery capacity than iPhone 14. For charging, Samsung clearly wins against Apple iPhone 14 Pro Max as it has a higher watt, means faster charging if you are charging through wired. It only takes 1 hour 11 minutes to complete charge. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra versus iPhone 14 Pro Max, which takes 2 hours. Both smartphones feature IP68 water resistant rating. Both claim to be durable, but Samsung has the first it's actually the first phone in the market with a Gorilla Glass Victus 2, which is better protection against scraps and drops. So I think Galaxy S23 Ultra is definitely more durable than iPhone 14 Pro Max. For the size wise, Samsung Galaxy S23 is bigger in size with a 6.4 inch and thicker at 0.35. For the weight, S23 Ultra weigh less at 223 gram. In terms of colors choices, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra has small color choices. You can get new colors: Phantom Black, Cream, Green, and Lavender. You can also get exclusive color options including graphite, lime, sky blue, and red. You buy directly from Samsung official website. This is better, more choices than iPhone 14 Pro Max. I hope you find this video useful. If you find this useful, please like and subscribe to my channel, Janice channel. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.